The characters and events depicted in this podcast is for mere entertainment. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, or going through their third surgery is purely coincidental. Listen at your own risk.
Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Somos the Next Generation. I hope your Thanksgiving was full of joy and full of family fun. If I may say, mine was pretty cold. It was really windy. I think I might have caught a bit of a cold, but nothing Dacre and I can take care of. So thankfully, I'm feeling a little better, and whatever symptoms I was feeling have now vanished. So I'm so thankful for that. But I hope you guys had a fabulous feast, delicious food. I myself had some pozole, some white pozole my mom makes. It's bomb as fuck. So, I wish I could get some for you guys so you guys can, try it, but, it is not possible. But anyways, the food was fine, and I hope you guys had a fabulous feast and enjoyed your holiday time with your friends and your family. All right. Anyway, welcome to the final four. Actually, yeah, welcome to the final four episodes of the season of this first part of the season. So right before our winter finale, which is coming up real soon. December is finally here. Final month of the year, last month of the year, last month of 2021. So thankfully 2021 hasn't been too bad, but things could have been better. So for today's episode, this episode is going to be the beginning of another trilogy that I have put together for you guys just for fun. So it's a trilogy that I want to call the First Trilogy. So the trilogy will consist of various episodes regarding dating and friendships overall. So the titles that I have for these 3 episodes will be First Impressions, First Dates, and First Times. So I think those are going to be very, very interesting topics that I hope you guys enjoy, that I have put together for you. I will have them planned out for you so I can give a 10 out of 10 episode, not just something I, typed up real quick and threw it out for you guys. For today's booze, I got a bit of a beer, kind of relaxing, long day of work. And now I relax by creating this episode for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let me go ahead and jump in. Let me jump right in. So first impressions, let me talk about first impressions and how important first impressions are and why is it important for this trilogy. So I am going to be talking about dating and first times and how first impressions can give a positive or negative impact, either for you or against us, or against you. So like I mentioned, I will talk about first dates and first time, so hope you can see the correlation there. So how important are first impressions? In my opinion, I think it's very important in some aspects of our lives. It's important in terms of maybe work or when you're trying to date, when you're trying to meet somebody, when you're trying to get in a new relationship, and even just overall, like first impressions are very, very important in my opinion. And I will jump into and kind of break it down to the way I think how important first impressions are. So hold on, let me take a sip. Let me lubricate. Hold on. Okay, so I have jotted down some words. So if you see me looking down a couple times, I do have my notes down. I have pinpoints so I can like grab him and just rant about it. So let's see. The way I define, the way I take first impressions are very important. It's very important for me. Here's the thing about me and first impressions. I'm very meticulous about choosing the people who enter my circle. I'm very meticulous and very not close-minded, but very. I guess I pick and choose who I let in my circle. So I think they're very important. And this is why. I can smell bullshit from a mile away. So, and I'm usually not wrong about it. Believe me, I can think of 4 people that I've met that have given me like the wrongest and the baddest vibes, and I gave myself the benefit of the doubt, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and in the long run, and at the end of the day, I was not wrong. Okay, let me kind of like tweak a famous phrase a little bit and say this: if it looks like shit and smells like shit, it must be shit. So I actually love that. I'm gonna put that in the description for the episode. So here's the thing for those people. It's more than the other 2 that I can smell their BS, their bad vibes. So I know 2 of them are very, very shallow, and they get quite blinded by luxury and money. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have money and wanting to have luxury and wanting to live nicely and comfortably. There's nothing wrong with that, What is wrong, and what I think, kind of comes off as ridiculous, is flashing borrowed money, flashing borrowed cash. That's one thing that I feel, is kind of stupid, and you just look ridiculous, basically. And, that's those 2 that I can think of. And the other 2, they reek of hypocrisy. They reek of envy. They reek of hatred and like jealousy. Son gente que le das la mano y te toman el pie, te toman el pelo, te toman todo. Son unas personas hipócritas, en cierta forma, que por suerte y gracias a Dios ya no pertenecen en nuestro círculo, en mi círculo, porque desde un principio yo tenía una idea de ellos y, como dije, les di el beneficio de la duda, pero resultó que sí eran una mierda. Pero bueno, lo bueno es que ya no están, ya hicieron su vida. Lo bueno es que ya, en cierta forma, me deshice de ellos. Ya no tengo esa negatividad alrededor de mí. Like, I don't have that kind of negativity, and I don't need it, and I do not need that kind of negativity or that kind of people around me. Those people don't know the meaning or the definition of friendship. They don't know the definition of having someone's back. They only think of themselves. They're hypocrites. They're a-holes. But anyway, first impressions. So the reason why I'm mentioning these 4 people is because the impression that they gave to me at first, was just a bad one. I've always been very close-minded of who I pick and choose to be, to enter my circle of friends. And I was not, I was not wrong. So first impressions are very important because the way you come off, gives me the idea of the kind of person you are. So the way I work or the way I handle these kind of things is, fine, this is the first impression that you gave me. Now it's your job, in a sense, it's your job to change my mind. You know, this is how you came off at first. This is the first impression you gave me. So now, if you really aren't that kind of person, change my mind. You know, change my mind and help me accept that I was wrong. That's all. So that's what I think about first impressions. You know, but that's I guess in a sense for a group of friendships. Now, first impressions when you're trying to date, I think it's a lot more complicated. Um, in my opinion, or in my case, I when I was dating, um, I guess I can come off a little shy at first, and it sucks because that's the first impression that they get from you, and they think, well, this guy is just very quiet. He might be very boring, or he might just not be someone you can hold a conversation with. So first impressions, they count, and they will forever count, and they will kind of define the person you are. And again, just the way I preach, that's what I do too. I want to change your mind. That's not the kind of person I am. Yes, I am very shy, but it's at first because I'm meeting someone new, so it's kind of weird at first. I'm not a social butterfly. I'm more an enclosed butterfly. I'm more of an enclosed butterfly, I guess, and I'm a little more shy. But little by little, I open up, and I think I'm a very cool person. So these first impressions, and oh my god, I don't think this is recording. Damn it. Anyways, let's just go on, and I can probably just get the audio from the video. So in terms of, I guess, friendship, dating, and even work. So, when you want to go for a job interview, what is the first thing that you always think about? The way you want to come off to the person that might be your boss, to your coworkers. You want to seem, very, I guess, worthy of being hired. Like this one person, and I won't mention any titles, but this one person would always, come to my job, and then they will always like use the reasoning of, I used to work at this place at a different state and blah, 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 blah. I know how this runs. I know you use this and I know you use that. And it's like, okay, sweetie, like, do you want to like clock in and do like your own beverage, or you want to do your own sandwich, or like, there's no need to like flaunt all that shit. Congratulations. I'm glad you worked at the same job that I did. But I'm not going to go to someone's job and flaunt and tell them how to run how to do their job. Like, I think, and the guy was always like, well, I've been in the company for like 6 years, and like, we have never, he was mad because of the size of I think the coffee, I think like a latte or something like that. Honestly, every time he would come in, he would just be like, yeah, I used to work at this location in a different state, and we used to have this, and we used to have an app, and I was working here, and I used to run 3 different cafes, and I used to manage them, and like, I know how it's ran, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, congratulations. I've been here for this company for almost 5 years. And believe me, that has never existed in the cafe. So I don't know what kind of bullshit you're trying to give off, or I don't know what kind of knowledge you're trying to show off, but that doesn't work with me, sweetie. Does not work with me. But anyways, guys, so of course, I don't want to rant off either. I kind of want to just, touch base a little bit on the first impressions. I don't think there's much else to talk about. I think that's, as much as I can talk about it in terms of first impressions. I mean, impressions for work, for relationships, for friendships, you know, they're very important, you know. And actually, at first I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I did sit down and kind of like, you know, went thoroughly of what I wanted to say and kind of what I wanted to talk about. So I'm glad that, you know, this episode has been running kind of smoothly, in my opinion, as opposed to that one time that I kind of just, you know, put together in like 5 minutes, and Dan and I didn't even know what to talk. Like, we didn't know what to say, and I was like, shit, like, what exactly was I trying to get across from this topic, you know? But, you know, for this case, it's not the same thing, thankfully. Yay. But anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, this is the beginning of the trilogy that I came up with. Again, it's called a first trilogy, and this first episode is the first impressions. Upcoming episodes will be the first dates and first times. I think that first times episode is going to be something to talk about, and I'm not sure if I'll have a guest, but I kind of do want to have a guest to talk about first times, not just, you know, for their experiences or for the way people would talk about, you know, first times and how important it was when you were in high school or even middle school. You know, I don't know, people are very crazy, or very openly sexually open or whatever. Anyway, yes, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Again, you know, I do love creating these episodes for you guys, and I'm gonna keep doing them until the day I decide this is no longer fun for me. But in the meantime, this is what I have for you guys, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to check out all the previous episodes from this first season, from this third season. Check out the episodes from season 1 and 2 because they're, you know, why not? Why not do a throwback? Check them out. Once again, we are getting close to our winter finale, which will be coming up at the end of this month. So that's that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I will be back. Thank you.